I'm Jordan.
I'm Ed. Welcome back to Real Thrills, your home of films
and theme parks.
Hell yes. And welcome back to another front row rankings, because you guys love these every time.
Yep.
And if you haven't seen our previous episode on Jurassic Park, go and watch it, because it is fucking hilarious. But yeah, we're doing Toy Story today because it's celebrating Toy Story 5.
Hooray!
Woo! And by the time of this bit, we haven't seen it. So
yeah. So currently, for the segment that you are watching, we are just going to be able to get up to the fourth film.
And then we'll do, the next segment will be in the car probably, talking about the fifth one.
Talking about the fifth one, because we are going to include the fifth one in this list.
It's not going to be an incomplete list like Scream. Because, yeah. Anyway, we've still got the same old tiers of absolute perfection, good, great. Oh no, sorry, great, good, dog water, broken windscreen wiper, and...
bin material.
No, it's fucking bin material.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, this is kids' films, isn't it? Still, it's fucking bin material.
Funny.
Anyway, right,
let's start off with the origin of this series being Toy Story.
Hooray!
Came out in November 1995.
It's now over
30 years old.
31 years old this year.
Yeah, brilliant.
Wow. And it was the first computer-generated animation ever.
Yeah.
So hats off to Pixar at the time.
It's the first ever Pixar film as well.
Yeah,
well, and they set the standard with this.
It's a fantastic film.
It's a brilliant film.
Very heartfelt.
Sid is terrifying.
He's a great villain. He is.
Yeah,
great.
he is.
I know it's just a kid with braces, but he is evil as fuck.
Yeah, but he's horrifying.
Obviously, you've got the dynamic, and each film has a theme. And this one's about like jealousy and
because Woody
doesn't want to get replaced.
Andy gets Buzz Lightyear, the coolest toy ever. Right?
He is cool.
And Woody just turns into your capital A bully. All right. There's a scene in this film which sticks in my mind, where he literally pulls Buzz from underneath his like cardboard ship, and he goes, "You stay away from Andy. He's mine." And I was like, okay, that's a bit domineering, not gonna lie.
One of the funniest moments though is so many like funny moments from this film. Like it was some of the most funny in the series, to be honest. Like he's like, "Buzz, look, an alien! Where?" That's one of the most iconic bits.
And a great meme and a gif that people use nowadays.
But one of my favourites memes out of all of them is, "You are a toy!" That's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
But overall, this film has got great music, from "You've Got a Friend in Me" to "I Can't Let You Throw Myself Away."
That's the fourth movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first movie had "You Got a Friend in Me," had "Stranger Things."
That's it. Strange things keep happening to me.
Yeah. And I Will Go Sailing No More.
Yeah, it's...
which plays when Buzz tries to fly, but then he falls and breaks his arm.
Yeah, it's a very good film. And
I mean, I don't think this is going to be surprising to any of you lot, but...
perfection.
It's absolute perfection.
Easy one. It started this series, and without it, well, this wouldn't exist, this and 5 films. So... yeah,
so... And I would just like to point out that, I completely agree that you... the video... Sorry.
The what?
The movie...
yes.
Deserves to be in this spot.
Oh, 100%. It shouldn't be argued. Anyone that disagrees... what's wrong with you?
Yeah, literally.
This is a perfect film. And then we come to Toy Story 2.
And then we come on to the absolute banger of a sequel, Toy Story 2, which came out in November 1999.
A few years actually after the...
yeah, so...
they took their time with it, which is great.
And they cooked, because the opening of this film, Jesus Christ.
Starts off as Buzz Lightyear.
I mean, if you ever want a movie to test your sound system, play the start of Toy Story 2.
Actually, fuck it. We've got to update the list quickly.
Why?
We have to include Lightyear in here, because Lightyear is a Toy Story film, technically, so we'll include that in here.
Why?
Let's just do it. Make this video longer. We've updated it.
Yay.
Intersection. We're including Lightyear on this list too.
Yes.
How did we forget about that?
Because it's forgettable.
And we'll come to that in a minute. Well, that came out after Toy Story 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come to that. Anyway,
back to Toy Story 2.
We obviously have Al.
Oh yeah.
The Chicken Man.
Otherwise known as the bloke from Jurassic Park who plays effectively the same character in every film he's in.
Dennis Nedry.
Well, no, he just plays a fat nerd in everything he's in.
He's even in FNAF 2 as a fat teacher.
He's actually slim in that, but fair enough.
Yeah, but it's still glasses and, you know, an annoying prick.
Yeah,
What he plays in everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great in this.
I mean, one of my favourite shots of Toy Story 2 is where Al comes through the door.
Yeah.
Like, of his office door in Al's toy barn, and it plays like this tune that goes dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's funny.
And he does like this sort of like this pose like this. It's brilliant.
Obviously, Jessie is introduced in this film.
Yeah.
She's a great character who gets some
Bullseye's
backstory.
introduced as well.
He's cute. He's cute as fuck.
Yeah, and the villain is Stinky Pete, voiced by Sideshow Bob, Kelsey Grammer.
I actually think he's a great villain.
He's brilliant in this.
And his outcome when he gets shoved onto that bag with the Barbie dolls is hilarious.
Yeah.
Again, great themes in this film.
Yeah.
Once again, this time it's about going to a museum or where you belong. It's like, where do you belong?
Yeah, it's like, would you rather be a plaything or a collector's item?
And obviously Woody chooses in the end to be a toy, but that's...
Yeah, but it's a great story, and how they get there is fantastic.
And obviously one of the best moments from the film for me is the second Buzz Lightyear and the whole thing with the references to Star Wars throughout with Zurg.
My favourite joke, one of my favourite jokes in the entire film, is just the bit where he goes, huh, "What do you mean? You killed my father." "No, Buzz. I am your father." And then it just does the no.
Yeah, as he goes down the lift, it is funny.
But it like zooms out as he says it, which makes it sound echoey. It's funny.
Then you've got the funny cone sequence where they're travelling across the road in cones. It's ingenious, this film.
It's absolutely spectacular.
And you know what? I'm glad. This is when the true teamwork of the film started to begin in the second one. Didn't really have it in the first one, but the second one's really got it here. And
it does.
Can't forget Wheezy as well.
It's also got the best song in the Toy Story series for me.
Wheezy.
Which the You Got a Friend in Me, the Wheezy version, fantastic. I mean, the guy that sings it, by the way, also shows up as a lawyer in Beetlejuice.
And he shows up on the, spoiler alert, Slinky Dog Dash Ride.
He does, yes.
That's a spoiler, but fuck it, I don't care.
But the best song in the film for me is When She Loved Me.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's sad.
Yeah, it tells Jessie's backstory, and I feel like in Toy Story 5, because we haven't seen it, I feel like they're probably going to expand into that, yeah.
And we'll probably put this again in absolute perfection.
It's absolute perfection. The movie starts and it slaps, and it ends on that same roller coaster ride.
It's great. It's just full of emotions, roller coaster of emotions, like from high to low. It's got great music, greatly, even better animated than the first one.
Yeah, and the gags in the credits are flipping funny.
I'd probably say it's interchangeable with the first one, to be honest. I'm not sure how I'd do it.
The first two are brilliant.
And then we come, oh my god, to my favourite in the franchise!
Yeah,
unless Toy Story 5 changes that.
And
Probably won't.
They decide
to beat it even more.
To, instead of making the third Toy Story film after like the second one, like a few years after the second one, they decide no,
to wait.
We're gonna make animated classic after animated classic until 2010, where they then came back to Toy Story with a bang, in my opinion.
And it closes out Andy's arc perfectly.
Yeah, and genuine, I think personally, right? I'm just gonna say it now. I think this is the best Toy Story film.
Oh yeah, 100% is, and I don't think Toy Story 5 will top that.
The villain.
I love it. Lotso.
My brother calls him a furry, alright? But
you know, I know he's a toy, but the themes behind him being a villain are actually quite relatable. So
genuinely, I mean,
you can see why he became evil, which is
I mean,
you don't get that with Stinky Pete.
No, you don't. But you do. But you do get that with Sid in the first movie, and also with Lotso in this one.
These two are the best villains in the franchise.
I mean, the Toy Story series isn't necessarily about having a villain, but I tell you what. The thing that makes Toy Story 3 fantastic is that it starts with the Western sequence with like the train blowing up and all of that.
A load of fun.
And then Andy grows up and it's like,
oh,
what? Oh no!
And then they go to
and then
daycare, and
then they go to Sunnyside,
off.
which then Woody escapes because Woody just decides he doesn't want to be in a daycare, which fair enough.
It feels like a heist movie as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he then gets
break out and escape.
Yeah, he then gets taken by Bonnie, and realizes that Sunnyside isn't a great place, so he breaks back in to save his friends.
But we also get another version of Buzz Lightyear again, an evil one this time.
You say an evil one, but then you get
A Spanish one as well.
you also get the Spanish one as well,
which is fucking hysterical.
The Spanish one is funny.
And then I don't know if they're setting up something with Jesse between him and Jesse, but I think there is. There's chemistry there.
Come on.
Oh, they're fucking toys. Why are we fucking talking about this?
Can I just ask, man? And this is just sad, all right? But there's a shot in Toy Story 3 that clearly sets that up.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Where, as Spanish Buzz, he like turns and there's Jesse in like this flipping spotlight. Come on!
Yeah, they're setting up something.
Tell me they are not.
We also had Ken in here. He is hilarious.
Yeah, he's played by Michael Keaton as well.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
Which is
the way
fantastic.
He's voiced.
I mean,
Barbie's a great addition as well. That like
Yep.
added her more. That rather than just be, oh, she's here in the first one as a like.
no, she's here in the second one.
Oh yeah, she was in the
joined
car, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But the third one, she does more stuff.
I mean,
It's just
Barbie in the
great.
Toy Story series is voiced by Jodie Benson, who voices Ariel in the Little
I
Mermaid.
thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie is absolute perfection.
I mean,
but it's going to the top of absolute
perfection at the top of it, because genuinely, what Lee Unkrich was able to do with this film is amazing. I mean, I remember coming out of the cinema in 2010 as a kid, bawling my eyes out
I didn't cry, but
because
I was close
the
to
film.
It.
Because I'd watched Toy Story 1 and 2 like growing up, but then I saw this movie and it literally tore me to shreds.
It was the first Toy Story I saw in cinema. I didn't see the other two in cinema.
Neither did I.
But I saw this one. Actually,
Yeah.
we weren't even alive for the other two. So,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, but they did do a re-release before 3.
But I didn't watch that.
I didn't watch that. No, I didn't.
So that's absolute perfection for us. No debates there.
Yeah, absolute perfection. I mean, even the song "We Belong Together" that plays over the
So
credits,
fantastic.
genius. Even the
And the outtakes again. Funny.
the Spanish version of "You Got a Friend in Me" is fantastic as well. Because I've just realised that song shows up in every single one of these films.
Well, it's so iconic at this point. It is the
Yeah.
It's the song of Toy Story.
It is.
And now we come to Toy Story 4, which is a bit more controversial when we get
Well,
here because
Toy Story 4, for many of you, you probably believe that Toy Story 4 is unnecessary. We can see where you're coming from.
the trilogy was closed out for
But
Andy.
it's brilliant.
I think it's a great film, but it's not perfect.
It's brilliant. For me, right? For me, this made me cry in the cinema,
Yeah,
right? Didn't make me cry after I walked out and I had seen it all,
like Toy Story 3.
right? But it did make me cry in the cinema, and I will tell you this, like straight up, because I was there for this film, because they said, oh, it's a film about Woody and like and all that sort of stuff, and you feel for Woody, and then Forky gets introduced, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
And that's like his entire plot for this film, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But then when he leaves and becomes a lost toy with Bo Peep, I was genuinely distraught.
I mean, it's a moving film, but
It is a moving film. I think there's one piece about this film. I say one piece. There's two pieces about this film that I don't really like. And I can just name them now because they're probably the same for you. The first one is the Buzz inner voice thing.
see, that didn't really bother me that much.
It bothered me because I was like, tell me he's not. So Disney, what you're saying is he's not the kick-ass, action hero from the first 3 films.
Yeah, he just has.
He's just insecure now. What?
It's like that was a bit of a forced theme.
It's a bit weird, yeah. And the second one, I have to admit, now I love Key and Peele,
Yeah.
but them as Ducky and Bunny threw me out.
See, again, that wasn't my issue with the film.
Go on.
My issue was Gabby Gabby.
No, Gabby Gabby.
I don't like the plot twist of it. Her making her good. I didn't like that.
No, like, because if you watch the film and this is what I did when I took away from it. Gabby Gabby's not a villain at all in the plot of the film.
I don't know why they try and set her up as one.
No, but they don't. She's not a villain. All she wants is a voice box to be with an owner, to have an owner, right? And so when I was watching this film, I was like, yeah, Gabby Gabby's not a villain. There's not a villain in Toy Story 4. Because I was like, well, basically all she wants is a voice box because her one's broken. And she doesn't go through like ways. She doesn't do ways of like trying to forcefully get Woody to do it. In fact, Woody just accepts it by the end.
Yeah.
And she's not a problem to me. I think the way they handled her was pretty alright, actually, for a character that is only in that film.
I don't think she's going to return.
No, see, neither do I. I mean, I don't see Duke Kaboom or Ducky and Bunny or the rest of them returning for Toy Story 5.
I mean, Ducky and Bunny were just so out of place. They were there.
They didn't feel like they were part of Toy Story for me.
No, they're just plushes. How was that?
Yeah, and I was like, eh. But overall, I'd say this movie is great. I wouldn't say it's perfection.
No, because it's got issues.
Because it's got some issues, but it's still a...
However, it has one of the funniest scenes in the franchise for me.
Go on.
And that's the sat-nav scene with all the toys, and they try and re-navigate the dad.
Then again, my favourite scene for comedy was the Key and Peele plush rush sequence. That's quite funny.
I think...
Yeah.
This film has its issues. And
the film has its issues, but it's not a terrible film because it was actually still made in the era of Disney where they actually gave a shit about making good films.
Nowadays, great then.
They really don't. So
No.
yeah, Toy Story 4 goes in great.
Some people would say this is their favourite, others will say it's their least.
Yeah, it's a great film. It's got an emotional ending.
It's the one I least come back to out of all of them.
I mean, if I was in the mood to watch the Toy Story films, I'd watch all 4 of them happily.
And now we come to... Lightyear,
or as Woody, and I'm gonna forever reference this movie by Lightyear,
or Boyer.
No, because in this dramatic decision, they decided that they were gonna get Buzz Lightyear voiced by Chris Evans,
not Tim Allen,
which is just random. They'll have so many different problems with ethical things. And they'll have Buzz stuck on a planet for the entire movie. Oh, and better yet, they'll make Zurg an older version of Buzz.
Why?
I don't know why, but me personally, why didn't you just stick it as Zurg is just his dad?
Also showing, I don't know if you found this, but showing... This is when Disney started to do from the sequel, Last Jedi sort of theme of... All of your legendary favourite characters have to be sad old failures that failed at something.
Yeah.
But the Zurg is the exact same thing as that.
Yeah, it literally is.
It's
the movie...
and Indiana Jones even heads that way as well.
The movie's not bad. I will say the movie's not bad.
It's also not good either.
It's not good. So me personally, I'm gonna say we stick it directly in the middle in dog water, even though we have good above that.
Yeah, it's in dog water.
I think the movie is good, but it's also not great either.
It's forgettable as fuck.
You know, I mean, before even doing this list, I forgot it even existed.
Yeah, we didn't even originally include it in this list, and they were like, "Oh wait, Lightyear is part of this."
The animation is great.
Yeah, because it's part of modern Pixar, but
and the version of Starman they did for the trailer, by David Bowie, that shit's pretty great as well.
The story is just...
It's just...
It's just such a strange... And the fact they didn't get Tim Allen, that still makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, but then again, they aren't going to do another one because...
It didn't do very well anyway.
But then again, the way I look at it now is that it's a film set inside the Toy Story universe that Andy saw in the cinema. So technically having Tim Allen in it would have been a little weird.
Also, the cat... That's just there for merch.
No,
sorry.
Socks is funny. I like Socks.
I won't be watching this film again.
No, but I probably will because, I'll watch any of these films for fun, really.
It's mid, though. It's the worst in the franchise.
It's not. It's not bad. It's also not great, so...
I don't see anyone praising this to be amazing because it is not.
Yeah.
But
I hope Toy Story 5 is better than this.
Let's see what our future selves thought. Well, I'm back from after watching Toy Story 5 with Jordan, and it was a good film. It was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be, considering this was on my least anticipated list of this year. But we haven't had a bad Toy Story film, which is fantastic to say, and I really like, now I've had time to think about it, I really like the idea of toys facing technology. It's quite an interesting idea. At first I was like, oh, this is not original, but it was actually done really well, and it's still got the classic Toy Story humour with motifs of the Toy Story music. You've Got a Friend in Me doesn't play, unfortunately, but we do get motifs of When Somebody Loved Me, and that's very sad to see. But Overall, I liked what they did with Jesse's backstory. That was nice touch to detail as well. And actually the dynamic between Blaze and Bonnie actually is quite interesting because both are polar opposites, but then they connect and become friends. It's just quite nice, you know, but it was a little sad, some of the scenes actually. And it's, you know what, it's better than Toy Story 4 for me. I would probably put this in, I'd probably put this in great, to be honest. It's higher than Toy Story 4. Only by a little bit though. Toy Story 4 is still a great film, but there are just things in here that I preferred with Toy Story 5. Like, obviously, the Jessie-focused story, but also, like, with the Buzz and Woody stuff. Yeah, Woody's here. He doesn't really need to be here, but what he does with Woody is funny. What he does with Buzz Lightyear, sorry, is funny. I also like the new addition characters of Smarty Pants, and I think Snappy is one of her names in the Sat-Nav toy. All three of them are hilarious together, and I used to have like a snap zoom camera, so it just like bring back a lot of memories, to be honest, when I was a kid. And even the obviously Smarty Pants voiced by Conan O'Brien, hilarious, to be honest. And I didn't think it would be. I thought it was just going to be really crappy humour, but it was actually funny, so that's great. And yeah, the whole cast is amazing as always, but Bullseye and Jessie are the main focus. Lilypad, probably one of the weakest villains we've had in the series, and that's what holds it back from being perfection. Lilypad's just change all of a sudden just felt, I don't know, it didn't work for me personally.
Okay, so here are my thoughts on the latest film in the Toy Story franchise, Toy Story 5, which, well, is directed by Andrew Stanton, director of Finding Nemo and WALL-E. So going in, I had minimal to, well, I wouldn't say minimal, but I'd say mid to high hopes. Right? And I'll tell you what, walking out of this film, I just don't know what to think. There are good parts and there are bad parts. The best part of the film, which luckily they all direct in the trailers, is to Jessie. Now, Jessie's side of this film is genuinely, like, fantastic. But then there's the side of the technology, like with Lilypad, who they market as the villain. She isn't. And it just made me feel... It made me feel very, like... This is Toy Story 4, but with not as good writing. Because... Well, unlike Toy Story 4, where the story focused on literally Woody and Bo Peep and Buzz and the rest of them, and then it would subsequently cut back to like Jessie and the others. Here they decide that they're going to split the plot into 3 different sections. You'll have Jessie's plot, which admittedly I wish was the whole film, because I think that plot alone makes this film really good. But then you've got the plot about all of the Buzz Lightyear sort of like technology clones who turn out to be drones. And I tell you what, that side of the plot was confusing. You know, just the fact that basically they had I thought the Buzz Lightyear clones were going to be like the servants of Lilypad, that she'd like activate them and something like that, and then like that'd be like the sort of mini army. But no, they're just there because they're looking for Star Command, and the joke is, to be completely honest, the joke is it's done to death. Kind of like the Zebros joke in Zootopia 2 last year. But you know, and it made me feel a bit lackluster. Having Woody in this film, he doesn't technically need to be here, so that's why he's not in it very much. Which I'm kind of glad that he's not, because then it doesn't tarnish the ending of Toy Story 4. So, if I had to stick this in a tier list, it'd be in good tier, because this is a good, strong film. But for me, it's the weakest Toy Story film in the franchise. At least for now. I'll probably
end up, you know, maybe liking it in the future if you know, I end up watching this again. But for me, it's a good film. It is the weakest in the series for me, but it's not bad. So that's what I can give it, really. I mean, the tech versus toys thing was, well, the way they wrote it in was quite interesting, but the ending sucked. Like, the ending was like, instead of having it so that Jesse, you know, so the scene where Jesse, spoiler alert, but then again, I've already spoiled a number of bits in this film, but Jesse basically finds out what happened to Emily, and I feel like that would have been a better ending here. You know, that would have been the better ending, rather than going, we need to save Lilypad because Bonnie can't live without her. It's like, what? It just lost me, folks. And for that reason, that's why it's in good tier. I think, unlike Ed, I think that Toy Story 4 is better than this film. Only by a small margin, not lots. Because it never tops the original 3. I think the original 3 are still the goated part of the franchise here. But it is the weakest. It is the weakest film for me. And you know, I mean, I did feel something towards the Jesse Emily ending, because obviously I grew up with Toy Story 2, which that's the only problem I feel is going to tarnish this film a bit, is that effectively, if your kids haven't seen Toy Story 2 or can't remember it, this film's going to be, you know, they're going to get like how some of the kids in the audience when I saw this film got, where they were like, what's going on? I'm not really following. So that's probably the only issue here, outside of the Buzz Lightyear clones and the Lilypad villain arc. Even though she's like a villain for not even the first hour of the film. And she doesn't really give off villain vibes either. But I did like, one other thing that I did like the fact that they did bring Buzz and Jessie together as like a relationship. I think that, like, settling what they had originally set up in Toy Story 2, I thought that was brilliant. But yeah, for me, this is a good tier film. Back to you, Ed.
But apart from that, it was a great film, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, handing back over now. With all that being said, I've been Ed, you've been you, and as a Jordan section, he's been Jordan. We'll see you tomorrow or later on for the AI video on what we would basically AI in theme parks. Give it a watch. See you later.
Real thrills.